the reason to have them in the sun for a little while is just see, this is the one that's had a bit of sunlight, right? It's been exposed to the sun for a month. See how developed that bud is? As opposed to these ones that have been in the dark. Right, so I'm going to put these in the sun for a while too. Hey, it's Greg here with MaritimeGardening.com, and I thought I'd do a little video this morning talking about saved potato seed versus certified potato seed versus just grocery store potatoes, planting those, and why, making that decision. Well, number one, for saved seeds, that's what these are. You have to make that decision in the fall, the year before, right, sort of thing. So that's the decision you might make at the end of the year. These are potatoes I saved last fall. Generally speaking, what I do, I always save some. I buy certified seed potatoes as well, but I always save some. I'm always a little bit worried that they won't be available, or maybe I'll want to plant more than I've bought. I like to have extra. And so how I do that is, the potatoes that are kind of smallish, I save some of them. I just put them aside as seed potato. I save a lot of potatoes. I'm still eating last year's potatoes, if you can believe that. I'm almost out. I got like half a dozen left from last year. It's May, so that's pretty good. So these little guys, yes, I eat the small potatoes too, but the smallest ones, because I have so many anyway, right? It's easier to store a lot of them, so I put them in a brown paper bag, and I just lay them on the floor of my garage where it's reasonably cool, but not too cool, right? In the dead of winter, it might get down to 5 degrees Celsius, 5 degrees above freezing, and that's it. And then I take them out. I'm going to do a whole nother video on chitting and all that sort of stuff, but anyway, I take them out and I put them in these egg cartons like this and let them in the sun, sort of thing. There's a window right here. Around the end of March. You do that to keep the eyes from getting super long. There's all kinds of positive reasons you might want to do that, and it's a whole nother video. So stay tuned for that. I will be doing that very soon. I'm going to do a bunch of videos on potatoes. Anyway, so that's one option. If you have some sort of pathogen in your soil and you save potatoes from your soil, you're going to be passing that on to other parts of your garden, so that's always a risk. I have noticed that everywhere in my garden I have potato scab, so I'm not really at risk of passing it around because it's everywhere anyway. My solution is to just plant potatoes that are relatively resistant to it. These russet Burbanks are resistant to potato scab. They don't get it. So I'm sure they carry it, but they don't get it. So anyway, that's my solution to that. Anyway, that's saving your own potato. That's a great way to do it, and if you save them at the right time of year and keep them reasonably cool and all that sort of stuff, it'll work out fine, right? I put these in the it's around the time of year to start planting potatoes right now. The other option is to I order mine in, but you can buy them at a garden center, but to get seed potatoes, certified seed potatoes. Now, certified seed potatoes are potatoes that the provider has ensured that they don't have any soil-borne pathogens on them, or in them, I guess. So, when you buy certified seed potato, you're greatly reducing the risk of bringing something into your garden that's going to cause problems for the next year and the year after that and the year after that. A lot of the soil-borne pathogens that bother potatoes, if you get it in your garden, it's very difficult to get it out. And even if you didn't plant potatoes for multiple years, it would just persist and sort of wait for potatoes to show up again. So that's one reason to buy certified seed potatoes. And this is not a plug for certified seed potatoes. You can do whatever you want, right? Another reason is that nurseries, I guess it would be a nursery, nurseries that produce and save seed potatoes, they are doing that, let's put it another way. They know what they're doing, right? So they harvest the potato at the right time, they store it at the right humidity, at the right temperature, and if it's a good company, they send them to you when it's about time to plant them. So I just got, I ordered everything in February, but I just got my seed potatoes last week. And for me, the indication of when it's sort of safe to plant potatoes is when you start seeing the first dandelion flowers on the lawn on your property. And I just saw my first dandelions yesterday, so pretty darn close, right? So when you get certified seed potatoes, and these are from Bessie Seeds, you don't have to buy from them, but you notice that the eyes on these are very small, right? And they haven't really, these have clearly been stored at the right temperature and under the right conditions because the eyes haven't grown that much. Now, most of the eyes, this is the same variety. Well, what is this? This is a Norland, okay? So these are Norland potato. And this is my own saved Norland, a little bit smaller, right? But I saved the small ones. But my eyes haven't grown on these, but I took these out and exposed them to the sun like a month ago. And there's a number of reasons you want to do that. I'm not going to get into it in this video. But because I don't have the same control over the environment and the air, I don't know if they store them in a nitrogen enriched situation. I don't really know how they store the potatoes. What I do know is that when you get your potatoes from a good seed provider, they have short little stubby eyes like that, which is what you want. You don't want big long eyes like that. Can you plant potatoes with big long eyes? Yes, but you're going to get better yields if they're short and stubby. And I don't know if you noticed, but here's the difference. The reason to have them in the sun for a little while is just see, this is the one that's had a bit of sunlight, right? It's been exposed to the sun for a month. See how developed that bud is, as opposed to these ones that have been in the dark, right? So I'm going to put these in the sun for a while too before I plant them. Anyway, so yeah, one more reason to buy certified seed potatoes is because they've been harvested and stored and all that sort of stuff the right way, to ensure a good yield. And I think you'll find over time you get better results. Now, can you just buy potatoes at the grocery store, stick them in the ground and grow potatoes? Yes, you totally can. And you will get potatoes. It will work. Okay? But to my mind, it's not worth the risk of bringing a pathogen into your soil that you can't get out. Maybe that's, and I've done it in the past. I have planted grocery store potatoes in my garden, and perhaps that's why I've got so much potato scab everywhere in my garden. Basically, any potato that I plant in my garden that's vulnerable to potato scab has it really bad. So I find the red Norlands and the russet Burbanks are fairly resistant. There's a couple other varieties too that are resistant as well, but anyway. Yeah, there's that risk. There's also, when you get the grocery store potatoes, they haven't been harvested for, with planting them as seed in mind, right? So, the yield, it's all about yield. Will you get potatoes? Yeah, but you want to get like 10 potatoes per plant or something like that. So you might get 5 potatoes. So you'll still get potatoes. You're not going to probably not going to get the same yield. You might, but you probably won't. And you're taking on the risk of bringing in a pathogen into your soil. Those are the considerations. That's all you got to really think about. So, just some stuff to mull over. If you're curious what varieties I have, I've got russet Burbank, red Norland. Also russet Burbank. I always try something new. I got one this year called Purple Chief, and more Norland. So, anyway, just some thoughts on potatoes, and I'm going to have a few more videos on potatoes over the next week or so, because it's basically potato planting time, so I thought that would be timely. But yeah, I hope you found that interesting. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. Check out my podcast, maritimegardening.com. And until next time, get out there, get at it, have fun in your garden. Thanks for watching.